Yo, no name. Let's get into it because I have to tell y'all about this. I got to. I'm excited. This, I, I was like actively overflowing with energy yesterday when I saw this news. Genuinely overflowing. I had to give myself time to cool off. That's why it's like nice and light when you see me recording this because I need to take time after writing out some thoughts to make sure that I don't overshoot how I feel about this in here. But no. Know that this is big for me. I've been wanting changes like this for a long time. What's the change, you ask? It was just announced that in this upcoming league at Necropolis League 324, that boss unique div cards will no longer be coming from stack decks and diviner strong boxes. That's huge for bossers. Maybe not for them. Maybe it is for them. Honestly, could affect the drop rates. It'll probably affect the drop rates of like other valuable cards. So maybe that works out for them as well. But for us as bossers, like I'm a bossing enjoyer. Always have loved it. It was one of the first things I did in the game to make money, and I've always been attracted to the game because of its bossing content. That's like a large part of how characters really like reach their full potential. So I'm huge on this, and I've always thought that it was a little dumb that I have an experience within my first year or so of playing the game where I was able to my live search for Starforge, it dinged before Shaper was killed on the server. Think about that for a second. That's absurd. The boss unique before the boss? Huh? Like that shouldn't be happening. I mean, that's a trade exclusive problem, obviously, but it's something that I like, it's always bothered me. And so this partial reduction in scope, and we don't know if this is going to be accompanied by div card reward nerfs or if they were already included in this. I don't remember if this was changed in the past or not for them. It's been long enough since a lot of other div card related changes that I don't remember exactly every source of these cards outside of. So, like, for example, if I look at the World Eater, it does only mention these three places, but I don't know if the div rewards and whatnot from other mechanics could do it, but that's not really that important. The big thing is that there are now going to be less of these cards on League Start. And when there are less of these cards, you know what that means? There's going to be less Starforges. There's going to be less Nimbus. There's going to be less Dying Sun. There's going to be less. And you might be thinking, whoa, but what if I want to buy them? Hey, look, if you want to buy them, that'll probably hurt your wallet a little bit potentially, right? But if you're a bosser and you want to sell these, that's huge, right? Economics, right? Maybe supply and demand. There's a lower supply, which means the demand for the limited supply moves up the price. We now have more money to make off of these items. And it's not just the big bomb items, right? It's not like the only div cards that are out there are for the items that you'll never actually see drop, like these three up here, right? There's also other items. Watcher's Eyes are really common, actually, from bosses. I believe it is a 1 in 3 from Uber Elder to drop a Watcher's Eye. And I think maybe even 1 in 3 from Elder. I haven't double checked that yet. And it kind of just paints you a picture of how much this matters. Starforge from the World Eater. This is a search of every Starforge on trade that is not foil. I am not including foils in this because that'll skew numbers in another weird way that's hard to account for. So there are a little under 1,200 Starforges total. And if I apply a maximum of 80 eye level, in maximum 80, because div cards do not give anything above 80 unless the div card specifies otherwise, you can see there's now 131 matches. 131 of the just short of 1,200 Starforges are from div cards. At this point in the league, when we've been farming the boss like crazy, right? I mean, who knows how many of them were bought and whatever, right? All that good stuff. But over 10% of a high value boss unique doesn't even come from the boss itself. You could imagine on League Start that it could even be a potential that the majority of Starforges in a league at the start of a league didn't come from Shaper. Removing this possibility makes those bombs stronger, and it will also apply to things like Dying Sun, which is our subsidizing drop on Shaper, right? It's a great drop to just be able to get a decent Dying Sun and ship it off to a Tornado Shot character for a little bit of cash early on to help refund the cost of a bossing set. And now I'm going to be real cheap. The numbers here, that was the 950 div card ones, and there are like tons of these. But it's because of the 1 in 5 drop off the boss. Like Dying Sun, or is it 1 in 10? I can't remember. But it drops all the time off of Shaper. Like it's not even the rarest non-sword drop off of Shaper. So it's mostly just a mitigative drop. But even that early league is still governed by the possibility of people just whipping them out of cards, maybe from stack decks or maybe they actually went and farmed Lunar's the Twilight Temple to get it, for example. Like, there could be a couple things that they did, but the important thing is this is now one source of supply of oversupply being removed, which will help maintain the value of these items for longer. And when early game bossing gets buffed, I'm happy. I love league start bossing. That's one of my favorite things to do in this game, and I'm very excited to see it's coming back. It's already got me kind of rethinking my league start plan a little bit, because if early league bossing is going to be good, and there's some things that I've been seeing that would suggest otherwise, and maybe I'll have a speculation video that I want to talk about like the day before the stream. So Wednesday, I want to speculate a little bit on what I think this league's going to be like, because I'm excited for this potential to actually really get back into bossing like I used to, because I think bossing content is just fascinating and it's so much fun. It's very unique to this game. And so I'm glad that we're making changes that support in this direction. Now, if they could just do me a favor and remove these cards from all the other sources that aren't specifically where the div card comes from, that's in it for me. I just wanted to tell y'all that, like, look, bossing might be really back, y'all. And there's a good chance that I will end up doing bossing at League Star. If you want to see something about that, ask me about it or whatever, feel free. If you like this video, drop a like on it. If you want to see more of what I do, a subscribe, will always let you see what I'm doing. And it just kind of helps me out, as I get into talking more and more about this type of stuff. Anyways, I gotta go. I got some planning to do for this upcoming league, and I think y'all do too. Peace out.